We're going to build a Facebook ad campaign from scratch. Whether it's your first time doing this or you've come here to get a bit more inspiration, I'll cover absolutely everything. So first thing you want to do is head over to business.facebook.com, then go down to All Tools and click on Ads Manager. Once you've done that, you want to make sure you've clicked the Campaigns tab and then go to the green button here, which is Create Campaign. This is the first thing that Facebook will ask you for. You've got to choose a campaign objective. So this tells Facebook what you want your ad to do, get people to your site, bringing leads, or making sales. Whatever the goal is, this is where you set it up. If you're just starting or launching something new, awareness is what you'd go for. It's about getting people to know your name, no pressure for sales or clicks or anything like that, just putting yourself on their radar. Say you've just opened up a new gym, you want locals in your area to see that you exist. This is the option that you'd go for so that you're top of mind and the one they think of. If your goal is to get people to visit your website, then pick traffic. Facebook will find people who are most likely to click through to your site. It's great when you've got something specific to show, like a new product, a blog post, or a service. You get them to go to your site, then you can guide them through to see exactly what you want them to see or to make a purchase. Next, we have engagement. If your goal is to get people interacting with your posts, whether you like likes, comments, shares, that kind of thing, engagement is what you choose. Facebook will push your post to people more likely to interact. Let's say you're running a giveaway or a poll. This gets your post in front of the people who will actually engage. Next is leads. My favorite. This is for collecting info, emails, phone numbers, whatever else is you need. People can fill out a form, write in the ad sometimes without leaving Facebook. This is absolutely great if you're offering something like a free consultation or a guide in exchange for an email. You'll get all the information you need and then you can follow up and get that conversation going towards a sale. Next is pretty self-explanatory. It's app promotions. So Facebook will target people who are most likely to either download an app or go off of Facebook to use an app for extended period of time. So if you're pushing a new app or want people to visit, this is the one you'd choose. And finally, when your goal is conversions, whether it's purchases or bookings, sales is where you'd go to. Facebook will show your ad to people who are most likely to actually make a purchase. It's as direct as it gets. Focus on conversions. So choosing the right objective is super simple when you actually know what you want. It used to be much more complex than this. Facebook had like a dozen options. They've narrowed it down to these 6, which is absolutely great. So awareness if you want the visibility, traffic if you need clicks, engagement if you want interaction, shares, likes, follows, leads for contact information, my favorite, app promotion for downloads, or sales for absolute conversions. Pick what makes sense for your goal, and then you're good to go. After you're happy with what you've chosen, you can click Continue. We've then got choosing a campaign setup. For me, personally, I never like to go for Facebook's pre-optimized campaigns. It's much better to go through the manual way. That way you learn a lot more and you can have much more control over what you actually want to put out, your message, your audience, etc. So for example, we're just going to pick leads. We're going to go continue. So you can see the option it comes up with, which it recommends. Tailored lead campaign. Create your campaign in fewer steps with the tailored lead campaign. So it's pre-filled information, it's default settings. So we're going to click on manual setup. As you can see, manually setting up the campaign gives you access to all the settings you want. If you're a settings nerd, this is the one for you. Then we'll click continue. Okay, great. Now we're here. So as you can see, every Facebook campaign has 3 levels. We've got the campaign level, the top level, the ad set level, the next level down, and then the final one is the ad level. So the campaign level, this is where you pick the objective. It's all about setting the overall goal for the ad. The ad set level is where you set your budget, you define the exact audience you're looking for, and the placements where you want it to appear. And then finally, at the ad level, this is where you set all of your descriptions in the ad, your photographs, your videos. It's the actual content that people will see. They don't see any of the behind the scenes stuff. So right now we're focusing on the campaign level. Once that's sorted, we'll move into the budgets, targeting and building out the ad itself. So to start with, we're going to give the campaign a name. So let's call this Demo T campaign. Lead form. Okay, great. Next we have special ad categories. So if your ad is related to employment, housing, social issues, politics like that, then make sure that you tell Facebook that this is what you're categorizing it as. For the sake of this demo campaign, we're not going to do that, so we'll skip over this. We've then got campaign details. Buying type, for now, I would advise to always leave this in auction. You have two options, auction or reservation, and we'll stick to auction for now. And as you can see, our campaign objective that we picked earlier is leads. You can edit in here. Because we haven't made anything else in our campaign, we've not set any of the ad set levels, we've not actually run it. You can change what you want freely here, whether you've had a change of heart on your objective. But if you've run a campaign, it's been live, it's got results, I would not come back in and change the campaign objective. I would instead copy and create a brand new campaign. Don't duplicate it over because it will keep some of that old data. So create a fresh campaign, copy the details over and choose a new campaign objective. So like I said, we're going to stick with leads. We have here campaign options. You'll hear of things like CBO or ABO. CBO is a campaign budget optimization and ABO is an ad set budget optimization. I advise always to go for the ad set level rather than the campaign level, so we're not going to put a spending limit here. So next we've got the Advantage campaign budget. For me, I always leave this turned off. I like to set my budget at the ad set level, therefore I know exactly what I'm spending and what results I'm getting. The trouble with a campaign budget level is that sometimes Facebook won't give the ads all of the limelight they actually deserve. So if it's building up to 10, 20, 30 pound ad spend, it might cut it off before you actually have a chance to see it shine and see what results that ad actually gets. And then lastly, we've got A/B tests. Currently, we're not going to go into this, but down the line, we'll definitely do some demos on A/B tests. It's a great option for testing two different pieces of copy side by side, or two different landing pages, two different messages, different images. It gives you really accurate information as to which performed better. All right, that's the basics of choosing your campaign objective and setting things up there. In the next videos, we'll go into how to pick your audience, set your budget, and get the ad running. Speak to you soon.